I'm about to tell you exactly why it is that some women appear to be winning at life and why you seem to be struggling with life. I'm pretty sure there's someone in your life that you either admire or feel jealous of, and you know what I'm talking about. That person that you know either online or in person that just seems so lucky. I'm going to tell you exactly why it is that some women seem so confident in themselves. They have the perfect relationship. They have the great friendships. They travel. They're living their dream life. They make good amount of money. And why and how they seem to have life figured out. Because you can too. And after watching this series of videos I will be making, I have no doubt you too will be feeling that same ease and abundance in your life. One thing that is missing in your life to make your life more fulfilling and more aligned is feminine energy. For this very reason, I created a workbook called The Feminine Within that covers everything there is to know about feminine energy. In this workbook, you're going to learn how to heal your wounded feminine energy and most importantly, how to embody it, how to be her. This workbook isn't just a bunch of pages as if you came across some random article. This is weeks worth of healing and embodiment practices that I put together for anyone that wants to stop forcing things in life and become a magnet to their desires. You want to take a look at it and start truly transforming your life? Then the link is in the description below. Really quick, when it comes to this topic, keep in mind that this is going to be a series of videos on feminine energy. And this is only the first one. So welcome, get comfortable, stay tuned, and get ready for the transformation of your life. By the way, today we're having the OG, which is just H2O. She's very hydrating and refreshing. Okay, so let's get into the nitty-gritty of what feminine energy actually is. Feminine energy goes beyond the physical appearance. It's not just about your aesthetics, your skin routine, how good you do your makeup, how well you smell, or your looks. It's not just about how girly you are and how much pink you wear. And although, yes, these things do play a part in enhancing your feminine energy, true feminine energy is about truly connecting with yourself and living from a place of authenticity. Now, let's break down what actually makes divine feminine energy. There are two aspects that make up the divine feminine energy: the light and the dark feminine energy. These are two aspects of yourself that are interconnected, and you should not be without one or the other. You should also not be too much in one or the other. It's about balance. And don't worry, I'm about to explain even deeper in just a moment. Okay, let's actually get into this. The light feminine energy is a side of you that is nurturing, that is connected to her intuition. She is creative, playful. She moves slowly and with intention. She's comfortable with receiving love, with receiving gifts, and with receiving help. She's compassionate of herself and others. And she is in tune with her emotions. Your light side is your soft side, the side of you that allows herself to be vulnerable and to be seen. Your light feminine energy is here to assist you in romanticizing and connecting deeper with life. Look at it as the side of you that is relaxed, that is comfortable with giving, with loving, with being vulnerable and open without blockages. Dark feminine energy is the side of you that has a strong sense of self-value. She is your wild side. She is assertive. She's passionate, confident in herself. She's fearless, flirty even. She's bold, mysterious, and seductive. She sets boundaries and doesn't let people walk over her. She protects you, and she's your guide through transformation and challenging times. You know those times when you're really doubting yourself and you feel down and low in life? She is what tells you to remember who the F you are and to get up and keep going. Think of this aspect of yourself as the aspect of you that stands up for herself, and that is self-assured. She doesn't need external validation or approval of others to do what she wants. These two beautiful and empowering energies are not separate, but rather two aspects that cannot exist without each other. When they're balanced, they work together to bring more ease, more flow, more balance, more fulfillment in your life. When you embrace both sides, you can be soft yet powerful, intuitive yet strategic, open yet discerning. Being in your feminine energy is the way to ground your inner world. This is how you value yourself in relationships. This is how you remain open to possibilities, to love, to receiving more wealth, more abundance, more of everything. When you are in your feminine energy, you clearly know that you are worthy of it all. There isn't a single doubt in you. Therefore, you don't have any energetic blockages blocking your desires. You also don't chase things, you attract them. This is the foundation of your entire life experience. But more than that, when you're in your feminine energy, it's when you can truly surrender and trust in life and its waves. Whatever comes your way, you know somehow things will get better. This is when you let things be, when you don't try to control people or how or when things are going to work out for you. This is you not fixating on things and attaching to things. Being in your feminine energy is when you allow things to unfold without fear of the unknown. That. Disclaimer, I should briefly make you aware that aside from having light and dark feminine energy within you, and again, that's what makes up the whole divine feminine energy, there is also masculine energy within you, within all of us, despite gender. Think of this as the yin and yang. The yin being the feminine side and the yang being the masculine side. We carry both feminine and masculine energy within us. Masculine energy is about the doing, the taking action, being a leader, being logical and ambitious. It's getting things done. It's the outward or external expression of a person. But the more in your masculine energy that you are, the more disconnected you will feel from your feminine energy. Masculine energy can block your feminine energy if you're not aware and if you're not balancing them properly. This is why it's so important to balance both, as we equally need both. Because you also don't just want to be in your feminine energy, otherwise you would never take actions to bring your dreams into reality. However, I don't want to overwhelm you. So in this video, we are primarily focusing on the light and dark feminine energy qualities and what it means when you're disconnected from it. If you want to learn more about masculine energy, how to heal it and balance it with your feminine energy, then stay tuned and come back for the next video that I'm going to be posting, because I'll be going more in depth about masculine energy and how to heal the wounded feminine energy in a deeper level. I hope that you can already see how important all of this work is and how massively it affects you. This is how you don't seek external validation, because you know you are more than enough just as you are. And if not, don't worry, I'll keep telling you just how. This is exactly why I made the Feminine Within workbook. All of this is covered in there with many different examples. The way that I broke it down makes it so easy for you to understand and embody your feminine energy. I use a lot of visuals as well to help you learn along the process. Okay. Let's continue and go over the signs that mean that you are disconnected from your feminine energy. Now that you're aware of what feminine energy is, you also need to be aware of how you're disconnected from it. Being disconnected from your feminine energy, it's you trying to control how others treat you. It's you feeling overly attached to outcomes and what's gonna happen in your future. It's feeling overly upset when things don't work out in your favor instead of trusting the process. For example, let's say that you submit an application for a car or an apartment and you really want this car and this apartment, but you end up getting denied for this apartment and this car. And instead of looking at it as an opportunity that something better could come along, you see it as a loss or as if you failed or like things are not working out in your favor. When in reality, it could simply be that there's a much better place, a much better apartment or car for you that the universe, God, has for you. Or it could be that that apartment or car was going to come with issues. So the universe was actually protecting you. The same example can be used when relationships don't work out in your favor. Maybe that person just wasn't for you. Maybe that relationship didn't work out because there's someone more aligned and better for you. So you need to learn to trust. Being disconnected from your divine feminine energy is the reason that you are so impatient with the pace of things in your life. Oh, and this is a big one. It's when you compare yourself and your success to other people instead of understanding and knowing that everyone is in their own journey and your moment will come in divine timing. Again, you don't trust. You don't surrender. Being disconnected from your feminine energy is also the reason why you don't feel connected to yourself or your body. You don't rest as you should when your body is asking you to rest, and you don't feel as sensual or as confident in your own skin. But wait, because we're not nearly done here. I truly want you to understand this concept so that you can truly heal and embody your feminine energy, because this is the key that when unlocked, your entire life changes. And I really don't mean to exaggerate, but this is a simple fact. Anyone that you see in their feminine energy, they are living a life that is aligned with them. So I don't say this lightly. Things will genuinely feel easy. Things will flow. And some people are aware that they are in their feminine energy, and some are doing it subconsciously. But if you can become aware and make a difference, make a change in your life, why not? So let's bring out our Powerpuff girls, Bubbles, Blossom, and Buttercup. They are the perfect representation of balanced and imbalanced feminine energy. I grew up watching the Powerpuff girls, so I hope that you're also familiar with them, but if not, that's not a problem at all. We are about to break down how they play into the feminine energy. Bubbles is the light feminine energy. She is soft, nurturing, sensitive, and empathetic. When imbalanced, she is a people pleaser. She overgives. She chases people. She doesn't really set boundaries. She's afraid of confrontation. Therefore, she doesn't express her true feelings, and she attracts people who take advantage of her, specifically men who are not in their masculine energy, because she'll typically mother her partners instead of focusing on herself. This was kind of me back in the day. Buttercup is the dark feminine energy. She is assertive. She's bold and forward. When imbalanced, she is hyper independent. She thinks she can do everything on her own. She's manipulative, controlling. She can be resentful. She seeks revenge. She's jealous of others, and she can even be compulsive. Buttercup, aka the dark feminine energy, when it's wounded, she can be overly guarded and not as friendly. She's not as inviting. She's attracted to drama or wants to be in drama, both on a conscious and unconscious level. Because of all of this, she also attracts chaotic, toxic relationships, or relationships she can walk over and control. Blossom, Blossom, Blossom. The name fits so perfectly. She is the embodiment of the balanced feminine energy. She lives a harmonious internal and external life. She is soft yet strong. She is a leader that remains as the student. She deeply feels her emotions without suppressing them or being overwhelmed by them. She is open to love without feeling attached to love. She's confident in herself without needing external validation. She allows her intuition and her creativity to guide her while also being practical and strategic. She balances work and play. She takes actions towards her goals, but she also prioritizes relaxation and rest when needed. Blossom, as the embodiment of the divine feminine, is connected to her body, whether it's through cycle syncing, body movement, or embracing her sexuality. She is magnetic and grounded in the present moment. She is unapologetically herself. She's not afraid of being seen. And she trusts in divine timing without forcing outcomes. She simply moves through life with ease. She knows that all she truly needs to do is exist and follow her heart. Okay, that was a lot to unpack, and honestly, I am so proud that you are still here. This shows just how much you desire to deeply connect with yourself. And you're probably wondering by now, how do I heal my wounded feminine energy? How do I become her? How do I trust and allow things to be easy in my life? I'm going to be honest with you. This is a process and a combination of several things. Bringing awareness to how your own feminine energy is blocked is a great way to start, which I walk you through in my workbook, but you can start by journaling. Journal on the following question: how am I disconnected from my feminine energy? When you reflect and journal on this question, think about everything we just talked about in this video, everything that you just learned. Another powerful way to heal your feminine energy is to educate yourself on it and think about what resonated with you the most. Where did you see yourself the most? Are you more of bubbles? Are you blossom? Or are you buttercups? Learn everything that you can about it and then start implementing the healing practices to embody your feminine energy. At the end of the day, it's about showing up as her. Let's say that for you, you don't feel as connected to your body. Then I will start dancing and intentionally creating a connection with your body. Let's say that you're someone who's always on go mode and feeling rigid. Then I will start slowing down throughout my routine and being more playful when I'm doing things. If you're someone who fixates too much on outcomes in the future, then I would focus on building trust within myself and the universe that things will work out for me. I would focus on letting go of fear and the unknown and not feeling safe. Maybe you're kind of like how I used to be. Anytime that someone would give me a compliment or that they would try to pay for a meal, I would feel so uneasy and so uncomfortable in my body that I wouldn't allow it. So next time that someone tries to pay for a meal or gives you a compliment, don't reject it by justifying it or over-explaining yourself. Don't say, oh no, I just did this quickly. Just take it. You're simply going to respond with, thank you, that's so kind of you, and leave it at that. You need to get used to receiving. As a divine feminine, you receive. Okay, whew. I know we covered a lot in this video, but honestly, there's a lot more layers to this topic, like the real steps to activating and embodying and healing your feminine energy. And of course, we still also have to talk about how masculine energy plays into all of this. But no need to overwhelm ourselves. One step at a time. It's also really important to take it slow. In my next video, I'll be going into full details about what I just mentioned. So come back and check it out. In the meantime, keep an eye out because I'm currently working on creating a feminine energy quiz that will tell you where you are in your feminine energy journey, how you're disconnected from it, and so on. Once it's ready, I'll come back to this video and put it in the description box. My loves, congratulations if you actually sat through this entire video. This is it for this video. And again, if you really want to start embodying, healing, working with, aligning yourself with your true self, living an easy life, a free life, a flowing life, because I did and so can you, check out the Feminine Within workbook. It is available for you to take a look in the description below. And until the next time, my love, mwah, see ya!